There's a lot of talk about raising tax on billionaires and how much it would help our economy or help us fund stuff here domestically like healthcare. And to put their insane wealth into perspective, let's just look at the 3 wealthiest billionaires in the world. There we see you got Bill Gates with $112 billion. Wow. Jeff Bezos or Bezos with $111 billion. Sheesh. It's insane that somebody has that amount of money. We should probably raise their taxes and give it to the federal government, right? The only problem with that is seeing how the government usually spends your tax money. According to the Washington Post on December 5th, 2016, the Pentagon buries evidence of $125 billion in bureaucratic waste. Pentagon buries internal study documenting billions of dollars in waste. That's enough money right there to lose all of Bezos' money or all of Bill Gates' money. What other articles could I find? Forbes. Federal agencies admit to $1.2 trillion in improper payments since 2004. That's more than all of their money combined that I just showed you times 3. Let's read the article. Since 2004, 20 large federal agencies admit paying out an astonishing $1.2 trillion in improper payments. That amounts to more than 1/4 of President Trump's proposed $4.7 trillion budget for 2020. Last year, these improper payments totaled $140 billion. That's about $12 billion per month. Nice. But what exactly is an improper payment? Federal law defines the term as payments made by the government to the wrong person in the wrong amount or for the wrong reason. In other words, there's a lack of basic in-house financial controls within the largest federal agencies. You don't say. The balance shows us what I just said. In 2020, it looks like the federal budget will be $4.746 trillion. It's also worth sharing that in November 15th of 2018, Reuters said Pentagon fails its first ever audit. And last but not least, on November 14th of 2018, CNBC reported America has spent $5.9 trillion on wars in the Middle East and Asia since 2001, a new study says. Here's a live visual of the debt clock and how much we're in debt. It's growing constantly. Trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. So, trust me, I don't care that much for Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates or whoever the third guy was or any of the dozens of multi-billionaires who have more money than I'll ever see in my lifetime. Some of them I like. A lot of them don't care for that much, but giving their money to the federal government is just not the answer in my personal perspective. They could lose that money in a day, a week, a month, a year. And when Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, for an example, says Medicare for all and healthcare for all, what they don't tell you is this. 1, you lose your private insurance. A lot of working people, a lot of people in general, have a good private insurance that they don't want to lose. They don't want singular government insurance. Does that sound like a good idea to you? The same government that spent $5.9 trillion in Afghanistan and Iraq, the same government that has bureaucratic waste into the billions and trillions, we can't even calculate it because they failed their first audit. I don't want them forcing me into healthcare, taking away my current option, including the option that I used to have until states like New Jersey and California and all these Democrat-run states decided that I'm not allowed to not have insurance. I'm not allowed to keep my money. I'm not allowed to spend it, not allowed to take care of myself, buy supplements, work out, get a gym membership, take my money, thousands of dollars of my money to make sure that I'm safe and healthy. I'm not allowed to do that anymore because they love me so much that they want to force me to buy their government health insurance or else I have to pay a penalty and a tax to the state. Do they really want to keep me healthy? Do they really like me? Or do they just want more money and control over the entire health industry? I think the answer is they want more money and control over the health industry. And before I give them more money, whether it's my money, your money, working class people's money, or even Bezos and Bill Gates' money, I would like to see, first of all, where their audit goes and what comes of that. And also, I would like to see them spend the money that they already have, the trillions of dollars that they have every year. I'd like to see them spend it better. I just made 2 videos on the $1 trillion spending bill on how much I don't like that. And this is the trap that they have us in. I feel like progressives and people who lean more Democrat or socialist or whatever you want to call it nowadays, they don't understand that taking my money, taking my freedom, taking my private insurance, taking my ability not to have insurance at all without getting a penalty and having to pay thousands of dollars, they don't get that doing all that and taking that money and giving it to the federal government and giving the entire health industry to the federal government, it's not a solution. The federal government's not going to just magically give you the greatest healthcare ever. Oh, here you go. Everything's perfect now. Better doctors, better care, quicker times. That's not how it's going to work. It's going to be more money for me. Millions of people are going to lose their private insurance, which is obviously better. I mean, you could pretend like it's not. Oh, no, the government's going to do one government thing and make it better. Yeah, let's just take away every restaurant and do one government place to go get food where everyone can eat for free, right? Taxpayer money. No, it wouldn't be the best food. And in many ways, it wouldn't be cheaper. You get what I'm saying? That's what the left wing doesn't seem to realize. They always raise my taxes, take my money, take my freedom, and tell me they're helping me so much. Oh no, it's for your own good. You're saving. I'm not saving money. You're taking my money. You're taking my stuff and telling me it's going to save in the long run. Just don't steal it from me. I would much prefer that. And so would millions of people. But then also on the right wing, what they don't understand, in my opinion, is they think that capitalism is flawless. They're like, oh, capitalism works every time. We don't have capitalism right now. We have crony capitalism or corporatism. It's capitalism for them until they mess up and you need to bail them out. And then all of a sudden it's socialism for them. So it's capitalism when it's convenient, socialism when it's not. We have a very crony system where companies like Amazon are avoiding taxes completely, which I don't agree with. And Bernie Sanders, Tucker Carlson, and Donald Trump all know that. You have companies like Google that have so much power, perhaps more power than the Roman Empire even had over the entire world when it comes to search engines and social engineering. And a lot of times the right wing doesn't want to talk about that. They say it's capitalism. No, it's not true. But in no way, shape, or form do I think that taking billionaires' money and giving it to the federal government is going to be this utopian situation where we all get healthcare, education. I just don't see it happening, especially when you don't have good leadership. Like in California, they take so many taxes, gas tax, this tax, that tax, but the teachers are on strike. They're not getting paid. The schools aren't super great or anything. So before we take more billionaire money and before we take more middle class and working class money, because that's the funny thing. They always talk about the billionaires, but when you look at their policies, when I look at them, my taxes always go up. My healthcare always disappears. I have to buy new healthcare now or else they're going to tax me. So they always claim that it's only the top percent, but it always ends up when push comes to shove, I'm also paying for it, and your family probably will too. Maybe you'll be lucky and save. Maybe you won't. I don't know. But let's try to get leaders who actually spend the money they have properly, the trillions of dollars that they have every year. Let's try to hold them accountable, because what I noticed this year is that I made one video about how ridiculous this $1 trillion spending bill is that Democrats passed, Republicans passed, and Donald Trump signed and bragged about. I made one video about it. Thousands of videos supporting the guy when it's not popular to do in this country. And one time I pointed out, people are freaking out at me. Who cares? I guess I don't care. I guess we just waste trillions of dollars. And yeah, if a Democrat wins, then we'll waste trillions of dollars and they'll take more of our money. If a Republican wins, we'll waste trillions of dollars and they'll take a little less of my money. I guess that's cool and normal to people. But for me, it's not a hateful thing to point out. It's like let's get leadership who can do something about it. And if Trump can't, it's not a big deal. It's not all his fault. Yes, this is a swamp and it's very deep, but it's not something to be like, oh, this is awesome. Like, he can't do it. So let's try to get somebody who can on the smaller levels, the local levels, the Senate, the House. Let's try to have somebody with a spine or integrity, like, I don't know, at least a Rand Paul or something, who tries to hold people accountable and do stuff, end the wars, lower the budget, rather than just be like, anomaly, how dare you point out that truth? It doesn't go in my way, so I'm mad at you. It's like, okay, we'll just ignore it. That's the point of this video, is 2 things. The government would lose billionaires' money in a week, but also this crony capitalism we have going on isn't quite as pure and free market as people think it is. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know any solutions you have in the comment section. Have a wonderful 2020, and I'll be here right with you making videos. I appreciate you watching and supporting. God bless you guys.